What we've been through lately has shown again how much people are afraid of death. The danger of war, earthquakes, fear of hunger and the coronavirus. If we are so afraid of death, we are still not aware of the danger that is so close to us. What is that danger? The danger is that we turn the world atmosphere upside down. Especially the ozone layer. There are 5 layers of the atmosphere: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. The mesosphere layer is divided into 2 layers, the ozonosphere and the chemosphere. The process of decomposition of gases into ions takes place in the chemosphere layer. Some of the harmful rays coming from the sun are in the chemosphere layer. Ozone gases are found in the ozonosphere layer. Thanks to this feature, the ultraviolet rays coming from the sun are kept in this layer. It is a very important protective layer for the world. Plants cannot live and grow in heavy ultraviolet radiation, and neither can plankton serve as food for most ocean life. The ozone layer acts as a shield to absorb UV rays and prevent damage to the Earth's surface. The ozone layer is one of the most basic things that make life on Earth. Ozone layer, which is so important for all living things, is being destroyed by humans. People seem to have promised someone to ruin this layer. People began to form holes in the ozone layer from the western side. What is the ozone hole? The ozone hole is not technically a hole in which ozone is not available. The ozone hole is the depletion of ozone in the ozone layer and the thinning of this layer. The most important process in the formation of holes is the catalytic destruction of ozone by atomic halogens. The main source of these halogen atoms in the stratosphere is the photodisformation of man-made halocarbon refrigerants. Examples include CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, freons and halogens. These compounds spread to the surface of the Earth and are carried to the stratosphere. This event was first detected in 1987 by a woman named atmosphere chemistry named Susan Solomon. Solomon's work and measurements in Antarctica identified both the ozone destruction mechanism and the criminal chemicals called chlorofluorocarbons, which were once commonly used as refrigerants and aerosol propellants. It led to a global solution called the Montreal Protocol, an international agreement to identify the problem, gradually eliminate ozone-destroying gases and replace them with less harmful chemicals. People should understand now that all the abuses we leave in the atmosphere will one day return to do great harm to us. Now I show you the video that NASA has prepared in 2019.
This year, the ozone hole over Antarctica was far smaller than expected. In fact, it was the smallest since the ozone hole was discovered, the result of unusual weather patterns in the stratosphere over the South Pole. The ozone hole is caused by interactions between chlorine, from chemicals called chlorofluorocarbons, or CFCs, and ozone. Although CFCs were banned by the Montreal Protocol in 1987, they last a long time in the atmosphere. Ozone depletion is enhanced when temperatures are colder, so the ozone hole fluctuates with the season, appearing during the colder austral winter months and disappearing by summer. It reaches an annual maximum size in early southern spring, usually in October. This year, the polar vortex, a spiraling wind pattern over the South Pole, was unusually wonky. This warmed the stratosphere, the part of the atmosphere with the ozone layer, which significantly slowed down ozone depletion. Although the small ozone hole this year was caused by weather patterns, the ozone layer has shown overall signs of improvement as a result of the Montreal Protocol. NASA and NOAA have worked together to study the ozone hole since its discovery.
In these images, the 2020th year belongs to the 7th of April. Purple and blue colors are where the least ozone is, yellows and reds are where more ozone is. As it turns out, the ozone hole is growing rapidly. People should now realize the real danger. People should now understand that every disintegrant it squeezes through the ozone layer. Air purifying devices should be installed in the factories, and most importantly, we should turn to renewable energy sources. If we leave the ozone layer alone, it can repair itself. No one can survive if we lose the ozone layer. Maybe someday people will understand it, and maybe it will be too late for everything. Hope to leave a better world to future generations.